Welcome back to the Cake Dish Podcast. I have a very special guest with me, vocalist, oh my God, influencer, Miss Alexia Jayy. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am good, honey. I got some questions for you because you've been
Okay.
viral all over the place. You on the shade, Room, you on everywhere. So for people who are not really familiar with you, like how would you describe yourself as an artist?
I would say I'm super soulful, super passionate.
Mhm.
Um, I am a person who loves music, like super deeply. Been singing since I was 2 years old, so it's kind of like a part of me now.
Right.
And I don't know. I plan on doing this for the long run.
I don't blame you, girl, because I seen old clips of you on Instagram performing way back in church. So how has like that church background influenced the music you make today?
Oh wow, a lot because one of my favorite artists is Ray Charles, and he was one of the people who, brought the church vibe to the R&B industry. So, coming from church and being able to put that into my music is probably the coolest thing to me because I love Ray Charles so much.
Gotcha. So do you think you would ever do like a full gospel career, like take your career all the way to the gospel side, or you like to mix it up a little bit?
I don't know. I don't know. I've been singing gospel so long, and I love R&B. So I've always been kind of in between
Right.
because in the gospel world, it's kind of like you have to choose. In the R&B world, if you're trying to sing gospel, you have to choose. So
Mhm.
I'm in between. I don't know.
But you have that voice. You have a strong gospel singer voice. Like when I heard you before I even seen your Instagram, I'm like, she was a church singer because you could.
Yeah.
And I went snooping. I'm like, oh, yep, sure enough, she's a church singer. But
Yeah, but look, that started in the church. That's what my mama started. Me and my family, they sing as well. So we've been in the church singing for a long time.
that's a really good quality to have because you what I consider a singer. Like you can really
You,
sing. Like
thank you.
and in today's R&B, I wanted to ask you how you feel about it because today's R&B is a little bit different feel because back in the day singers was the thing to be. You know, you had to really know how to blow like you do, but today it's more about the vibe. So where do you
Yeah.
think you fit into that?
I feel like I'm pretty versatile. Like I love the new R&B. Some of it, I ain't gonna lie. I don't like all of it, but I love some
Right.
of it. And I feel like I could do the soulful and the vibing because I love both of them. My favorite is the soulful because, like you said, back in the day, you
Exactly.
had to be able to sing. You had to be able to do something to even get in the studio to
Exactly.
sing. So I do hope that the soulful R&B makes a bigger comeback though, because it's always nice. It's always great to hear somebody who can actually get on there and make you feel something. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just, because vibing is it's just you closing your eyes, you know what I'm saying, to the
Exactly.
beat, and you
Exactly.
hearing good tunes. But when you hear a good voice, like a really good voice, it's like you could close your eyes and actually feel
Right.
everything that they're talking about. So I hope one day that comes back stronger than what it is now.
I hope so too. And another thing, you know, everything in music today is really over sexualized, and that's not you either. So, like with that, how do you kind of maneuver so far with everything is like show this and stripper heels that, and you kind of like
I was never really that, like, ever in my life. Like, so I just didn't want to get in the industry being somebody I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Or writing about music that wasn't me. Don't get me wrong, I could definitely write me a good sexual song, but
okay,
it don't get as deep as everybody else's. It's more so I'm gonna hit you like Marvin Gaye would hit you. You're gonna have to think about it yourself I'm gonna just put some. I'm gonna put a little something in. I'm put a little bug in your ear, but not too much. But yeah, I was never. I was always that girl who didn't really go anywhere. I always was at home on my computer singing on my in my little studio that I had. Gotcha. So I just didn't want to get in the industry and pretend like I was something that I wasn't.
Do you feel like women today have to do that to kind of get ahead in the industry?
I feel like sometimes. Now, some women, I feel like that's just them, and if that's just you, that's you. You know what I'm saying? But some women that I've met, I get a different vibe from them, other than this persona that they put out, because it was a mainly a man industry. You know what I'm saying? And sex sells. At the end of the day, sex sells. So that's the quickest way to get to where you need to be. So I guess it's iffy for me. You know what I'm saying? Some do, some don't.
Now, if you were presented, I guess, with a major label opportunity and they really wanted to sex it up, how would you feel about it? Because like you say, it's not you, it's never been you.
I would say I can be sexy. I could definitely be sexy, but I can't be closed off sexy. I'm not a closed off type girl. I probably never will be. Like I came from the church, you know what I'm saying? Right. I'm no saint, don't get me wrong, but I don't walk around naked, on a regular day basis. So I that would have to be a good talk. You know what I'm saying?
Fair enough. Now I want to get into this new single, latest single, It Ain't Easy, because the streams have been doing so good. I seen people reposting it, different songs, so congratulations.
Thank you.
On his new record. What was the motivation behind it?
I wanted women to be motivated, more motivated than usual, because I feel like women have to go through a lot nowadays. You know what I'm saying? We do a lot, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes what we do is unappreciated. Sometimes what we do is not recognized, you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted women to feel like, hey, you know what I'm saying? It's not easy. It is not easy being me or doing what I'm doing. And sometimes you have that person telling you that you're not doing anything when you know all the things that you do on a daily basis. So, pick your pants up, show them how you coming. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And we know exactly how to do that. So it was just a motivational song for my girls.
I'm really feeling that song, because it's like a good, ooh, child, when I'm not feeling the male species, I'm like, Alexia know what she's talking about. So you said one line in the record, you was like, I'm like a bad habit a nigga can't quit. So let me ask, like, what type of guy do it even take to handle a Miss Alexia Jayy?
That's a great question. It's funny because my type is not the type that people probably think is my type. I'm more into hood dudes, if that's
right.
And because I think, hood guys are they're stronger usually, to me, just for me. You know what I'm saying? I am a very sassy, you know what I'm saying? I say what's on my mind. Everybody knows that, I'm sure, now from that song, but I say exactly what's right. I say exactly what's on my mind. My mom is really blunt, so I was raised in a very blunt family. So I need a man who can handle me. I know who I am. I know what I bring to the table. Not to be boastful, just being, super, super confident. You have to be super confident. Yeah. And so that's I don't know, that's my type. I like them hood. I like them a little hood.
So how has dating been as an artist, though? You are getting so popular, so that could be intimidating to some guys. Like, how has that been?
I would say it's dating is hard for me because I'm super picky. I'm very picky. Like I one thing about me, I look at people's noses. Don't laugh at me. I love a I know it's crazy. I love a nice nose, and that's how picky I am. That lets you know how picky I really am. But in actuality, it's kind of hard now to date because I want to date for the right reasons, you know.
Gotcha. Okay.
And some people don't have the right intentions.
Sure.
And I don't want to date anybody right now who has the wrong intentions because I have a son, you know, and that means a lot to me. I don't want to bring just anybody around him. So at this point, I'm not dating anybody. I don't plan on dating nobody right now because I don't think they ready. I don't think I'm ready right now. So I'm gonna just keep it single until he come.
And they may not have the right nose, so
they may not have the right nose.
Exactly. We don't need that type of problem. Now, you mentioned you have a son, so how is it being a mommy and getting through this industry? How has that been?
Pretty cool. Like he gets to see everything. He loves music. He loves music just as much as I did when I was little. So he gets to see his mom doing all of this cool stuff that he sees. He loves Travis Scott. So he sees Travis Scott on TV in the studio, you know, on his videos, and he gets to see his mom do the same thing. So it's super nice because he's in school now and he goes to school and tell his little friends, like, my mommy can sing. My mommy can sing. You ought to watch my mommy videos. So I have proud mommy moments because my son he's very proud of me. So it's really good.
And I'm sure that's a good, motivator to keep you going and try to get further in this industry.
Yeah, because he asks me every day, Mommy, are we rich yet? I'm like, what?
He asking the right questions though.
Right, he really is. I'm like, who are you?
That's really your manager for real.
Right.
You are from Alabama. So how is the music scene in Alabama? How has the love been? Like, do you feel like your peers are there showing you love?
Of course, yes. In Mobile, Alabama, I've been singing since I was 2. And like majority of Mobile already knew who I was in the gospel world. They didn't know me in the R&B world. So when I switched over, it was like, oh, okay. Well, that's fine. Look, that's fine too. So I definitely receive a lot of love down here. Shout out to Mobile. It's really small here. So, we don't have a lot of studios, a lot of different things where people could get noticed. So I just thank God every day that somebody actually noticed me on social media, because where I'm from, everybody knows each other. Everybody went to school together. Everybody goes to the same store, stuff like that. So it's hard for you to actually get noticed down here.
Right. So because you said there's not a whole lot of studios in Mobiles, but when do you think you're going to be ready to put out a full project?
I want to say pretty soon, but I don't want to say too soon because I want to keep putting out, different vibes so people could kind of get to know me. And then I want to hit them with, just bam, hit them with the full thing and see how they feel. I just want people to get a feel for me first. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
And then, do the full album thing. So I'm going to say pretty soon.
Pretty soon. So, okay, we don't have a date, but do we have are you going to lean more towards gospel, R&B? You're going to mix both? What you thinking for the album?
I think I'm going to lean more towards R&B right now. Maybe later on in life, gospel. Because I love me some God now. So, I definitely gotta put him in there because he's the reason why I'm here. So I feel like I'm gonna lean towards more love. That's why I say love, because R&B to me is love, and I love love. So
love. Okay. Well, we waiting on it. Who are your motivators? I know Ray Charles is one of them, but who else is your musical inspiration?
Ooh, girl, I like Aretha.
Me too.
I like Aretha thing. If I'm gonna say new artists, I like Lucky Day a lot. I love his voice. I love Layla Hathaway. She has a beautiful voice. I love real singers. I love her she is one of my favorites because they make you feel, you know what I'm saying?
They do.
So if I had to choose, I think they would be in my top, you know what I'm saying?
So dream collaboration, like if you could have any one person on your album, who would that be?
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown, really? Why?
I love Chris. Girl, what? I love
Why
I love Chris Brown. I love him so much. Listen, like Chris Brown shared my video, and that was the best day of my life. Yes, I did an Anaya cover, and he shared my video, and I think I stayed up all day after that. But I've loved Chris since MySpace days. You know what I'm saying? He was my layout and everything. So, and I love his voice. So if I had to choose somebody to do a dream collaboration, it would definitely be Chris.
Well, we're going to put that out in the atmosphere, chat.
Right. Manifest.
Yes, we're going to manifest that. You done already shared your video. So
right.
We're moving in the right direction around here.
Right.
So Chris Brown said, we need you on the next project, any project at this point. But I've gotten in your business enough, girl. So where can my followers find you, keep up with you, let them know where we can come stalk you at a little bit?
Y'all can stalk me at Alexia Jayy with 2 Y's and 2 underscores on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook and Twitter.
Perfect. So we got the social media. We don't know when we get the album, but
all my singles are out. They out everywhere on all platforms. So y'all could go stream that as well. You know what I'm saying? It ain't easy. And Who Raised You?
Who Raised You was another good one. You was selling out to them deadbeats. I was feeling that one. I'm like, okay, I got a couple people I need to call and play this one. I was feeling that, girl. You was going in on them damn deadbeat daddy. I was like, okay, Miss Alexia Jayy.
Thank you.
Type of music, girl. You be giving it to the boys, and I like that.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we can't wait to see what else you got, Miss Lady. I'm gonna be bugging you about your album.
That's okay.
Me and the rest of the world, we gonna be bugging you like, okay, girl, it's
Where you at? What you doing? I need that.
Now, last question. I promise I'm gonna let you go. When is your next single gonna be? When do you think you're gonna put out at least another new single?
I would like to put one out towards in the next couple of months.
Okay.
But I just want to, like I said, I want people to get a vibe from me first, because it's really tricky sometimes putting out singles because you want to put out the right one. So you got to see how the vibe is first. I got to see how the vibe is first with the first 2 singles, and then, but real soon in the next couple of months, I say.
All right. Well, Miss Alexia Jayy, thank you so much for joining the Cake Dish podcast, and we're gonna see you soon. Stream It Ain't Easy, everybody. It's really good. I love it. It's a good women's anthem. We don't get enough women anthems out here, so I definitely appreciate you, and thank you for coming and kick it with the Cake Dish podcast.
Thank you for having me.